Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take your articles, notes, all the research we can find, and basically we distill it for you. We pull out the key insights. Today we're diving into Zhujiajiao Ancient Town. You've probably heard it called the Venice of Shanghai. It's got this incredible history stretching back, 1,700 years. Our mission today, to figure out what makes this place tick, why it's more than just old.
Yeah, exactly. It's a living story, like you said. Zhujiajiao offers this really peaceful escape. It's such a contrast to Shanghai itself, right? And what hits you first are the canals, definitely, and the bridges, 36 ancient stone bridges, plus all this amazing Ming and Qing dynasty architecture that's just incredibly well preserved.
It really does sound like stepping into a painting. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. History first. Established 1,700 years ago, okay, but it really took off, commercially speaking, during the Ming and Qing times.
Oh, absolutely. It became a major hub. Think a bustling rice market, big deals in cotton textiles. Those canals weren't just for scenery, they were highways for trade.
You could almost picture it. Busy waterways, goods moving.
Right, and you can still see echoes of that. Take the Fengsheng Bridge. It's probably the most iconic spot there. Huge, 5 arches, stone, built back in the 17th century. But the name Fengsheng means releasing life.
Releasing life.
Yeah, it points to this Buddhist tradition of, well, setting animals free, mercy, compassion. It's fascinating, this blend of commerce and spirituality right there in the main bridge.
Wow, okay. That has a whole different dimension. And for actually feeling that history, North Street, by Daji, I read that's supposed to be the best preserved ancient street in all of Shanghai. Is that right?
That's what they say, and it really feels like it when you're there. It's narrow, lined with old buildings, shops selling snacks, handicrafts, you know, the usual touristy things, but also just the vibe.
Right.
You're surrounded by Ming and Qing architecture. You can almost smell the history, and maybe some stinky tofu, too.
Huh. Right, and connecting that street life to maybe the grander side of things. What about Kiji Garden?
Ah, yes. Magia Gardens, sometimes called that.
Yeah.
Built much later, 1912. But it's the biggest private garden, like a manor park, in Zhujiajiao. It's got everything, galleries, artificial hills, ponds. But the standout feature is probably the Moonview Pavilion, 5 stories high.
5 stories, back then.
Yeah, which apparently made it the tallest building in town at the time. Imagine the views from up there, a real status symbol.
Incredible. A private house overlooking everything.
Yeah.
And for something maybe a bit more everyday history, the old post office.
Right, the Qing Dynasty post office site. From 1903. It's not huge, but it's this cool little window into how communications developed. They've got old stamps, envelopes. It shows you how mail moved back then. It's a neat piece of the puzzle.
A small detail, but it says a lot.
And speaking of experiencing the town, you really can't talk about Zhujiajiao without mentioning the boat rides. I mean, if you want to understand why it gets called the Venice of Shanghai, you kind of have to get on the water. Drifting along those canals. It's very peaceful, very scenic.
Okay, practicalities. For listeners thinking of going, how do you actually get there from Shanghai? Is it complicated? Sounds like the metro is the way to go. Line 17?
Yep, super convenient now. Take line 17 right to Zhujiajiao Station. Then it's maybe a 15-20 minute walk. Or you can grab a local bus. Makes it even quicker. Pretty straightforward.
Good to know. And any key tips for visiting?
Right.
Like costs, crowds?
Right. So good news is just walking around the town itself, free. No main entrance fee, which is great. But yeah, a lot of the specific sites we mentioned, the gardens, the post office, maybe some temples, they do have individual entrance fees. You can usually get a combo ticket, though, which saves a bit if you plan to see several things.
Makes sense.
And definitely try for a weekday if you can. And get there early, like really early. It gets very crowded, especially on weekends. Early morning gives you better photo ops and just a calmer experience overall.
Beat the rush. Got it. So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for you, for our listeners? Zhujiajiao isn't just a day trip, is it? It feels like more. It's like stepping into, a living piece of Chinese history, culture.
Exactly. It's a direct connection to centuries of life, commerce, art. And it makes you think, doesn't it? You see these ancient towns, so beautiful, so tranquil, right next to these hyper-modern cities. It really highlights the contrast. And maybe it prompts you to consider, what's the value in preserving this kind of living heritage? What can we learn from places that have balanced tradition and change for so long? Something to reflect on.